Arizona Sia Bomra Soma Sam Kamesa Kamedina Abasom and some idea. Ye Kukru Nina, every Supreme Court na films and some yanches Matejumwa. Medeba so that day a Supreme Court Aqua Setna SIA and this some you call some of the Supreme Court Chessa, but to a course of and Fimpin Duno. Almost to be a Supreme Court and can send the moment Chajuchikata. Arizona de could be a more quarter and someone this some you couldn't call quarter and somebody be a Yabogu, Nadia some and Yabogune. Yebegram now fade Munche Munya so abroad. Now we said that some local said PM was Antimantemua. Covenant of Ferons and some any education directorate no one Buana Echo schools I would request and near Mekoa and also Metras now for me Munche Munya Brown. You better for copium resume for the Cassadi to get Jim say. Abanania warrior near Diabia and Zweni Kra as a transition and Kaway and Kawasa and over noting ministers for Doma Diaba now for Penigradna Diabas and Baby or Mampanigradas Wonko and ministers Edward Diabe as Mama Bessin and Yadia ministers in Diabo into once and Samson Ababeto Janagalam Sevens and some as on a report full report through the Yamramae. Now for Facebook we share 104.5 and your Pawili agent Kama power the one seminar Ebebrom. Yebeko Pimo Payment Tim Cocos and the boy from to James Abrante Beatrice kind where German Nhyira when you fish some you and Pram because I want some aqua piso. Yachi Abrante Nasi and Chenina and Matajuma. Many Baba some Samuel Siakasi away 104.5 Nafi Atwapetim Yawu be Brenoir. That will be answer to me a Cabidium just so a OB. This year of Fury Amam for Jibre Nafi Casinasi.
Nhyira FM 104.5 and we are done.
Arizona Siena Free Supreme Court when you say Prem look said him. Mampenda John Dramani Mahama near Aqua Semina Aqua Quada Supreme Court Chasa and you may be on Kosuye and one Fimpin and a dream about 20 Muntibe Supreme Court Nafino on Car Assembly Biman Sanabia between Yabuan and Pumam Peninian Nanadan Kwaku Fadua and Pepe Yatu Aba Yinino Yahuanasia Kunyakra and National and could be a pano, echo so the moment painted that John Dramani Mama. Then that day a court to Supreme Court equa setna. Then assemble a copium a Supreme Court one. A jar a lawyer penny would D&D some you could no adominanim a lawyer Chachu Chikata. Eddie copium was saying. You are dear a very interrogatory a year mover or the copium Supreme Court and watch her say. Enka ebeya enka omuma quines and a beya but commission ever bet transipi. Ninka no Richard Jugate were carrying Mama Keriko na for business and December Brenoir. Ye figures I would bobo so empona and crack muso crana and Yama would be brenu and the agents and also ye nasifoniano and Supreme Court to my coin send a bay and Kabetumia Buana Phenom. What to a Yama Jane my Jane Anno send a bay a J Betumiano Yama Echo. No and a Supreme Court quasi to your James and Marano Ayajugata Agent Sumpo Edia Core say ye baby service a year electoral commission seminar a dear be oh ye two good cry at the Fufresi and Mutian as in the Jajugata Agent says 17 a judge of 4 bears so one na ekwa eye omunya dweko benkruma prempram no ka said and someone what to go no the enti someone ekọ so ebra na Supreme Court eka hu sem ne bi.
Even amendments ought not to be granted as well as joinder of parties. Subsequent statutory amendments pointed out after 2013 have provided us with new procedural regime and strict timelines. We are strictly bound to comply with CNNT and therefore we will not apply Order 22 of CR 47 of 2004 in these circumstances. We accordingly refuse to grant the application and same is accordingly dismissed.
And the court the why dismiss and just will be uncle if you're going to on court doesn't obey a BB so able to make one can't once and seminal and I just a copy of court nebra a quarter every assistant a pay and a council Edmund Pendala John Tromani Mahama at the two James Supreme Court Nangasakan who was a can hope. If there's always a seminar call him for Supreme Court Babbage now, a catcher says some way and this you couldn't add a binum. What were dismissed where to go unity? What the two James and Koye parody and someone lawyer Papa Jama added to Johnny B. Efa a year quarter somewhere course in a day.
In fact, and it's your court no a year and one kakra. A sign say, a dear yedi buyer as interrogators no. A dear na ye pese and some no be tiawama yina. But and your court no aka and say what to ye dear neguno echere say. On one summer can during 2013 no. Sasem no wabusu because that time no na Lord 9 justices na transfer and 7 justices are transfer say in someone 9 justices kind no ene omo trogu because omo pese omo edi asem no ntem asem no so anentem ntin ye dey interrogated because wo hwe nsem ye dey ban na ensem no yina ho hia ensem no so ebebo eye asem ye bedi no ebebo no tofa.
And no lawyer Baba Jama and any sense we are to John a broker say we pen and a yen another Kufu so lawyer for a member back home or a lawyer Frank Davis and so Edia to James and your man this Yamunia said that we tatese pa delay tatese and one boncason a bayanka courtrooms and somebody that is dear Ayomano home.
Say easy in Sembiano Momo and nobody took court in him. Court Abugu. Say application on the bio in here. In some seminar, we petition our first respondent answer, and our second respondent answer. The teacher and say, yeah, I will say, Omo will say petition on person. Omo, ya bar court tabeng on the 14th. And pastor will be able to court anymore. What try and area and our file. Human Kukrapa and Opia and Omofale. Court Abugu. The interrogatories has been dismissed. Ochina. Court see Branian fire issues. As someone person court teaching petition in your family. And then, and I call say, Yadeba. Yang MP, second respondent, there, can share one say, and the issues but to court in him. But almost only ready into court. I'm much now. Some into about 9:30.
And to call yourself for your Facebook page, I had a videos I would na agu and some of course Supreme Court na a lawyer for Timor for Nempo ya one be ready for just any power to course Supreme Court na ya do for ni na aguation 104.5 for Pawili at ya wodi hu dwuma se na be ya be tumi akonkan Parliament for na femi ko piem e wo ye Ghana ye mra se betwem na no sem na se bedwem for so no wo mo so e bobom ho ano pa se na be yo mehwe na fe no and the ministers awodo amampanyini enso e be pa na ba no wo matumi hwe na atototo na no kama na fe agye ministers atum wodi se se obo my Ghana mo ese minister bi ani ha na wo ha kra no actors so no na ehwe kire se eye wosoafo na se bibia so na atumi akonkan na enum na ye dom kuma e wo mra se bedwem e de atodwa chem se mpo ye nkare dom kuma mpum eye ndisi kokuso na wo mra se bedwem de atodwa chem se na nkasa de ye nwanwa pa evisa enka ye kato abase yi se nka eduru Ghana ya bato bi se ya enka eduru be na fu aduasa kra nsa na eye abato ho sensem atumi akoso no enka eye ministers ni na Etrom handing over note eba HS me na me Minister of Education prempram no ka say me dwumadi enche bia be bawie me da Ghana force bebre pa as mu nyina mo kam na fa dwumam tumi yoye nanso no eyi na ndi sem nyekwa wo mra se bedwon dia tudwa chem say nwa wa pipa se besi ne anye de se asofo wodo wo Ghana yi wo ma handing over note dia bo ntondo dia tudwa chem say mampanyini na fe no asofo wodo no wo ma tetia Ghana mra so wo ma tetia Ghana mra so pa aye no ezese yewe na feni etu wana mo se na be bia betumi akonka no de enti ensem a ekoso nti enam so bi ma haru na idrisu a wono eda yendi sem nyeko na ewo mra se betwem no anim no wode tudwa.
Ladies and gentlemen, Section 6 of the Presidential Transition Act 845 requires that the government prepares handing over notes 30 days to the presidential elections. Whether this has been complied with, I am in doubt. Whether all ministries, departments and agencies and all other public institutions of states have prepared handing over notes as is required under the Presidential Transition Act 845. Section 7 of Act 845 requires the Administrator General. Does any of you know who has been appointed the Administrator General? I leave it to you. He shall make available to the person elected as President, even though we are in court questioning the legitimacy, there was a declared President-elect, the original copies of the handing over notes of 5 other copies. He shall retain one and make one copy available to Parliament. As we speak today, Parliament has no such record, official and formal, in its possession.
ɛno nti ɛyɛ na idrisu ɛna akasa de ato dwa kyɛm sɛ wohwɛ yɛ presidential yɛ transition at 2012 at 845 na ɛkyerɛ pɛfɛ paa ɛsɛ aban no ɛwɔ sɛ ɛbɛka ɛyɛ nafu aduasa ama yɛto aba no a ɛnkaban no ɛprepare ɛyɛ ne handing over note ɛkyerɛ sɛ wɔde ne dwumadie ɛba wie aba bɛsom Ghana mfirihyia nan nie ɛno nti no ɛnneɛma ɔbɛyɛ yɛ nie ɛnneɛma aka nie ɛnneɛma a wɔso ɔyɔ nie sɛ ne bɛyɛ bibia so betumi akɔnka ne nso ɛbɛsi nɛ ɛnya deɛ sɛ MPPM nyɛ ko atu saa nam nto ndeɛ ɔde ato dwa kyɛm sɛ yɛ no ɛyɛ adeɛ bi ɛnyɛ koraa na presidential transition act no wɔma tietia so agu n'anim ase na ɛno ɔwura ha ne na aduru so ɛde to dwa kyɛm sɛ sɛ bio fa so ɔpa ngoma so nyɛ nom de wo ne mmom ne yɛ mu ntia yɛka nyina no sɛ ɛkɔbaseɛ bi a aban ayɛ saa deɛ yɛ nka bɛboa paa ama mpo no sɛ ɛkɔbaseɛ pa wasoafo so mɛpiam no sɛ bɛdwom no afei ntoto ɔma no ɛmu som sɛ adwuma wɔmatumi awe a ɛnka tumi abɔ ma nneɛma tumi akɔtɔɔte na mmom ɛkɔbaseɛ bi agya no saa deɛ a na akɔakɔ bibia wɔ hɔ.
We are demanding respect to the letter and spirit of Act 845 that all handing over notes of ministries, departments, and agencies are made available to Parliament. That, I believe, will be helping our work as an institution that exercises oversight, and particularly for the Appointments Committee of Parliament, which is about being set up, so that this year, vetting and scrutiny of ministers will not all be about curriculum vitae or civis. We can go into record of persons who have exercised the authority as ministers or heads of institutions or supervised heads of institutions.
Onipa Tinike Harry na Idrisu ono kopiem ewo yemra sebetwem ndi sem nyeko no wono ane di omanim ewo na sebetwem ho nsensam so no odi atodwam na COVID-19 case na eguso ekoso ewo maike no prempem no kasai apem ankro adwanan enso ne kyese ekwa eye nipa enye bi eye active cases sesi a nipa bebora ha sem prempem wato nanam ewo nsieto na enum nsensam na sese ne de okaye a brama mpanyini ede eye ne nsam a ode to Ghana fo anim ne toso adwenu ede beto Ghana fo anim no wode tudwa ekire mu se since na gasare wahye Ghana posifo ezo mo wese ne be ya mra echese obi anhye face mask na mpono obi anhwese ne be ya COVID-19 protocols ni odebegu akomru wa mfa nwu akom ne ya chuso akabo azwa ma ye betwa sedro krede se mo mikrofo na fedi wagire mrem ne mra no enro be ko ahye pa na feri Ghana fo wuwu so ne bibia nso tumi akonkan na enama no so bi mabra sensem we akoso no ano aposifo so se bi omfo mo sanhye mo dem fam ntra wo din nya saa e ma Ghana fo ntiatia mra so ntia ne mprempem no kasa die enipa mako adwekro enso 97 and just ya jirumo emume maduesia and na fe no emaduasa nso 37 mprempe ya kire wom ewotudum potem wa enam so bi amakra regional ye police PRO aviatinge akasade afa ho ede twudwa jem se na akasade omo ye no betumi bia se na be ya uni kwa waye wadwene se omfa mra no enya adwuma no wo so betu si atua.
The Regional Police Command have embarked on a special operation this morning and have been able to arrest 97 persons who were not wearing the face mask. We arrested these persons around the Tudu area, railways, CMB, Farisco, and its environs. What we observed was that when these people come into town, it is either they have the face mask, yet they will not put it on. So usually you see them putting the face mask in their bags or in their pockets. So they were all rounded up this morning, and some were made to buy the face mask or take the face masks that were in their pockets or in their bags and wear them. So they have all been brought to the Regional Police Command as we take a decision on them.
Was what you are crying out on the mass in Botum the mass, no, ye bottom near Sano. Oh, some mass any what on the precodi, I said already after when you send a baby begins with Macon, can never cover so the mask was show Botumwa. Honey. And what did you get to send any Pamakuma at your crown and so 97 and then Pempeyati Chumwa, now almost your face mask. I won't send someone, Yadomina, Eco Gem, I will yammer and be so to Macon Kain. When you pet any cane, a penicas or Casadima Prince Juma could find, and one cramponiman to Mafiating and just what it says to Janum. Na ebra sese me kwaso yesi debi yentwa na mona fe nkopiem obunu e man teminimu ese se COVID-19 ntitu kwa ne edwemu no aso wo mo hye anaso wo mo hye na me no so bi man se ntwofo tigu monte so e wo bunu patam wa wo mo de amane bowe ebre.
Mabeka say mo ya so den na ba yebebo enya mom se bia me gina asesi ameka say me mobi enya nti me yanku mobi a me mobi me timi nka ho asem bia yesa nka me bobi ne de na onu mobi a metima aka
no so asene de mpa cho na me bobi na sesi a na me didi nti me yi afa na me didi awie nti me kwa akofama de abo ti no so asene de ehia pa obia mo ne ya mo yale no ho ban na me se yesu nti e bedi nkunim amen sesi na me ba bedru ya me no baka say na me yi eno na enhye me hena no na me feel bad man say obenya yade ni bi na me so mpese mbusa masem kakra ara na ama empanyfo na mo ya relo man kato mo hene say ehu bebere say na mo kata kato mo hena no mo di akiri wonya twa say no ntina ma yade na akosoro sa me pa cho me dia me ba me ref me jani fi enya bibia nti amenhye ayese ahanom like obi anya mba nti na me use those marks no but obi ba meshe those marks no me hu ni say no ma ayesa ye ahano ye hu no say ebi mu nji nti na ya fa na ma simple sa no meshe the see a enche
eno nti no se be ye twodya mponyankopon no anenim ebe ye ne anaze se pa na besi fa akona ade so ba ni nyina akwa yasem se be na enam no so eme etufa efiri ebono eye region mu ere ko piem western region so adwadifo ho wo mo se de yen
Mbele ka wojeshe oboto ambere mu wojeshe kwa na obi anhye bi na ndaya kedi wasna aka che hene yenhye na yaba na akoso na yaba so abo different way kra sisi ade yehwe ayi na obi anhye na obi aso onka ho asem biu nti mu da ambere woto nsine odi amba na echi na wode dam yaba na wodo to nchen samehwe mare no koya wode yaba so nchen sisi ambere kedi wasna so yaba na akoso nti yenhye nse sisi ade onto wa obi ma bi waso beche bi ama he nti ogudo a ye nti yembe ebesna ahye
every time I break I dey man mission on man so every time I break time on my mission very difficult to them every here oh ma ba mba no no yes me nya covid no ontia onje ma atan ma dey entia mboko fian oh ya ko dey she ma sisi ade ye dey she oh ya titi brother o sha wa bo na so aja ho mo ye so amesa ya ko fom kakran
Nhyira FM.
Oh, near Koso. Arizona, your free Western region is the Yamra Krum, a Kumasi, and your devour was sent almost and as one say, and as the idea, what was your trading Punyago Pozo on take you over?
So, because of COVID-19, our Ghana ha, May Michael Mbuke Minjindi. Believe our way now. Yes, say COVID-19 aba. The young way and sir. The sanitizer and say, fine. Say, me sanitizer and say, we. Ne me de nose mark asem me hwene makofro car tini you door na me fro car no me de mensa ka meta bi o car ni say ere ni bi o car ni mu a ebetimi anyame
protocols ne de ye disopa by master na enta nche en sano de o ye sa sanitizers be ya de tino max ne nko eno kra ye sheba nye de bia
because ye ho sa brochire ba bi o ye se lockdown kra da so yale no ho de bete nyankopon boy ho ban ko lockdown ne ba ye ho kire ye pa ye kwetena fie de ebedie kwa ne ho aye
se wudi uhuni a yare ebe etin se ebenyawo
and that is why I don't know. And what did you get James? We are Zudu Hunia, Yariana Crows Row. Na Tino Smas ready. Aqua SMP. Intino, a Ghana for night by Binachas, Yakoya, and now we are ready for once one more world tours and a baby also to Yakon kind of chess. And once and some you both primun. I'm just in a school for no be school. I call and the day and also be a Mashanti Regional Education Directorate. No, what want to a school who do a share semi and COVID-19 once and semi what you go from and as a sampa and a sifatiem. Now, Shanti Regional Education Director Mary Owusu Chan and Natchez Wadi to be a chim sem. Says an Ankasadi at Nanya Japan. No, what is it? Wama a yam penny forward the school. I would want no ever sentiment. Say, one finds a penguin between your boss and a bay and some between your kind. What Jesse and Bonum say a cobasa, a big grana, one by runner chef system. A bebois na feno, a year school corner so to make one kind of impono. Social distance, I would be to your kanya. And also gabe to me aboapa they said the 2 minutes ashempany fonsa.
If you need to run a sort of shift to get to the social distancing, it's allowed.
That is, it should be school specific. It is not district specific, school specific. So depending upon the enrollment of the school, teachers have been given the right to use their discretion to do what is best for.
Eno tinano no panikasi oda nwumasu pani kwanche for oda nwumasu no ewo eya sentiment temu a eye Mary Owusu challenge se yetine ka odi sensem wi atudwan na ye bowura ye opokuware basic school ekwo we se ne niam esi fe ko na ye school management committee no ena de atudwa chem se kra no be ko no ma botent kakra ho na afi no mfra ne bi so kwase ye se na be ya social distancing no so no ebetumi akwankane abofra ba ko tiye ne ba ko tibrekum na afi ba ko so no etiye kwa wobuo na afi bibia so tumi akwankane ne mapan so e fine pan na ye teacher wo eye opokuware basic school eye Cynthia say poku na twetwe command sense we atu edwa
school no opoku primary school school kese ankora na omo ne dooso enti eba say yentete yentem no yenya baabi emfa omo nwo fi say yeni dan enti yeni essence mpanyfo akasa ena omo nso adaye mmoa ena omo akogye canopies amayen mo say o nua wa ha enti nua kakra na e wa ha no ye de canopies no a support ena ye de nkra na tena se for now temporary sisi o ma promise ye say enchakra o mbeke ka omo ho na o ma abeke structures bi amayen eno so be temporary san sempen form akwan a o mo ankasa aye ntobo kakra na o mo de asidan ama nkra na tena.
Head teacher Opoku Business School Cynthia or say Poku and the sense we are to Janum. Na nyina enko wie no asantimante wa so afo no nyamfo Simon no say mesans no obi ode atudwa chems o na ni Japan as the schools ahodo kokom nyina no wode COVID-19 wo hyehye pan agu akwam mu bibia so ekotote pan na enamane so bi Ashanti region early childhood coordinator Evelyn Kwatin de atudwa chems for obo very interface na COVID-19 tino me be kra fe no obeko school for eye bi kro official na official no mtimi ni kozuku a na fe akwa bi wo so so no omo bon kwada no ban pa omo ya wofo ni bi nto omo ni se ne tie nto dia bofra ne ba omo ba bofra ne ho ban
tie sram abata mu tie me se wo fie na wo tie me na wa ya wadwen se wo ma wo ba emma aboba wanya fie na fie num emma school a yesraw bomodia ma ne mra achechirefo wo ho ye no won akasa won be hwe mofra no kwan ye se so mo hwe won a ehaw bia emma abofra ne so tie sram Motemenka muni hu dwuma na yanya the role for the right age enrollment campaign na beboa ye nyina
Oni petini ke eya santimante mo early childhood coordinator Evelyn Kwatin and at the same way atujade so ma ko share from Facebook page share 104.5 na fe ko hware ho semu asie a chese na moso bi ama chese unu kra no ho tete unu kra na sade ho ehihia ho no ezu ko pie mu e wo ye manso eye ponimu a adezo ma sane garam se pensi fa sai kwan ne nya no bi ni o a chese yesi entu garam se nanso no afonya ko bebru duasa na ebo na etu garam se e wo manso nkwanta ayi manso empatemu wa chese na manu subi ma eraso sasawe donko edna ni kro chewi se ne santem na report wo de bra ne de wo de ko share Facebook page ye ni nyina egu na fe wankaza se wansu na fe wankaza ho yi se o my Ghana ne aduri ni dia na chese wo nya o my Ghana ni papa adesama ensem na ni enyan so nem ni enyan pa na de se ene ko so eraso sasawe donko ede wa mane bo emaye
Bamboko manso kwaye mu akwantuo yi eda eniema pia asesei edi yehunu se amnamna a yenkata so ene galamsefo sesen ahodo a yabobo esa kwan ho nyina kopem kwaye no fa akanum yetratra amnamna ene monchimonka ahodo no wieye no yekopue biaya yabo sesen kese ewo kwaye no mfimfi Entemwa yehu China for enson ekire won. Panyina oda bamboko no ano ehyase ewurawura adan hodo no mu nyina eye hwehwemu.
Yeah, military uniform there.
Wohunu se asrafo ewo ponum.
From what we are seeing here, it looks like there are some military men involved in this whole activity in this forest. Because looking at their uniforms, even some have names on them. but we did not meet any of them. But looking at it, I think the military were the people protecting them here to do this illegal job.
Okay, so what are we doing with the uniforms?
First of all, we need to retrieve them and then ascertain as to who sanctioned their duties here.
So these are military accoutrements. You can find names on them. This one is Camel. This one is Camel. We have the other one, Amweni, on this one. And these are, as security men have been able to authenticate, these are quality Ghana Army uniforms, indicating that we may have some military involvement here in this site.
Edru ehwehwemu no fifino. Abrante Australia bi ade tundra car e ba biaye ho.
Yes sir. Obi to say, I will see a lot of people obi to say.
So just no more.
David.
Oshase e de ne checheku e frefre won a wo soma won no.
I will this staff sergeant Ayante sir. We are here at this thing, Tonto Chrome. The hot duties, and there are some policemen and media be here.
Beye sima aduasantam no asrafo a wani abre babura aduasa e be hye homma. Abufuo edane akasakasa a ano den empo emanka edane atwere to mpo. Emrante kwa wabopi a ebinumpo eka Delta Force kuo no ho ebeka won ho. Ujai Chinese fo a ye kire won no nyina. Efri samre yi ekode asrafo no amaye kwan ma ye ntwamfo ni bia biem ewa ha.
Please stop what you are doing. Stop what you are doing.
Yobunkam efa bamboku a ekoye no so. Afei eniema ani beye nyan. Wonam ohyaso je me driver no safwa. Ene enipa a otwa emfoni no etentame eje ne camera no. Ebra na asrafo ejina hompo. Won papa ye ka no ahwehwe. Owura Donald Ntua a eho eye ne dia no ehya asrafo no se won pepa bibia ewo ye camera ene ye mobile phone so. Nanso yetumi fa kwan bi so enya eniama wo pepa free ye camera no so no bi. Asweye ehwe ye potam so ene asrafo asweye ene hwe ma afedie wogya yen. Oswafo a ohwe ye potam so ade saasami eto yanim. Ose Heritage Imperial awo krata yede ye hwehwemu awo asase so na mum woni tumi se otu agudie. Enunti efom agudie a otu no kwayem no ennam emrakwan so. Nanso Donald eka kire yen se owo krata a obetumi de atu agudie ewo kwayenum. Nanso ne nyina mu no biaye ha ene otemuafo pa wakana no atomu a amna ene monchimonka ene emene no. Erastus Asaredonko Adom Kase Manso Tontokrum.
Ejares mama no okonhye Facebook page a ne ye ka nyina ehu videos ene commentary awodo running na ene ma otis na mwase na fe ne kasakasa na ekoso nyina videos ni nyina ewo insha 104.5 Facebook page intuni owa ye nya nyimfre so kon ko wese na ne mazifa kwa asase yantampa yesi garamse na kwa kufu ado sempo no ode eye na hinie anase ne mampanyini ya wo ye ebeto so emposi ebeto abetia na ye be entro abetia na fe wonku garamse na mama okwese galamse pa se ye manso forest ni mu a enya no bini na ebeje nsem eya asefem kora keke ento de ko nsha ye Facebook page na fe kwese ne monchimon kan na fe na sefo na oh my ade so ma ye kwaye na se pa Arizama Odia call your Facebook pay any for probability a trade be okay, can be so to any of you so to conquer Hadam Quine, and I'm reading you know, Siakasiam reviewing your BC. I'm just so a OB. This year, Ofuri, I'm for probably the bomber Chidomina Fino or the eco Facebook more of Funya to me, baby, and I feel so. Gabi, one also papa voices are putting na countryment, a dear you may not end at your charges, technician, papa Gabi, one also here, to near my beans to me concandia, natures or Bujo Conscram. So, Facebook page, ye jai video na at to so, a yef man so dear and near my commentary, ye jenning out to say, Conaco, Senabe Bibian so bet me kan me basi sia na fen ko hofo bi ho aye de atoto aso
sciatica 21st clinic na ye expert awotu.
The team's journey to this part of Manso and its forest saw scenes of destruction. Abandoned pits and mining settlements dot the road leading into the remaining part of the forest. After dodging water-filled, dangerous open pits, we arrived at this mining settlement deep within the forest enclave. 7 Chinese nationals were quickly located and arrested. Leader of the team conducted a search room by room. There were indications of military presence.
From what we are seeing here, it looks like there are some military men involved in this whole activity in this forest. Because looking at their uniforms, even some have names on them, but we did not meet any of them. But looking at it, I think the military were the people protecting them here to do this illegal job.
Okay, so what are we doing with the uniforms?
First of all, we need to retrieve them and then ascertain as to who sanctioned their duties here.
So these are military accoutrements. You can find names on them. This one is Camel. This one is Camel. We have the other one, Amweni, on this one. And these are, as security men have been able to authenticate, these are quality Ghana Army uniforms, indicating that we may have some military involvement here in this site.
In the midst of our search, a young military officer drove into the compound in a Tundra vehicle.
Yes, sir. I will see a lot of people.
He started making some calls to his superiors.
I will do the staff sergeant, sir. We are here at this thing, Tontokrom. The hold duties, and there are some policemen and media be here.
Within the next 30 minutes, the whole place was crawling with over 30 angry, armed military men. Anger turned into heated verbal exchanges and near fisticuffs. A group of physically built men with known faces from the Delta Force group also joined them. The Chinese were released. Our news team was prevented from filming anything from this time onwards as they overpowered the task force and took over.
Please stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing.
Things got physical as the macho men assaulted my driver, forcibly took the keys to our vehicle and struggled with a camera technician for the camera. Under the watch of the military men, they broke our windscreen and side mirrors. Owner of the site, Donald Nhyira, ordered the military to delete all footages from our camera and our personal phones. But we managed to retrieve items from our formatted card. It took the intervention of the Ministry of Environment and the Military High Command to get us released.
The Minister for Environment told our news team, quote, Heritage Imperial only has a prospecting license and so it is mining illegally in the forest. He is supposed to be drilling, testing samples to be presented in the process of getting a mining permit. But Donald told our news team he has all the documents giving him full access to mine in the forest. But in all this, the best judge is the environment, which lies unclaimed with huge gullies and pits. Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.